Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we're doing this again, believe it or not.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt, but why does it suddenly seem like there's some sort of revolution going on?
I don't know, but it's about bloody time, if you ask me.
I can't mop the wall, Ben. It's not working.
Hmm.
Someone's graffitied all this, and we can't clean. Oh well, I guess
That's
we.
awfully
Oh my
inconsiderate.
god.
Well,
Oh boy.
I suppose uh, the take heed, people of the world. Yes, it looks like all that awful stuff what the capitalists have been getting up to, extended to the cleaning team bosses, and shit got pretty fucking real.
Does this classify as a dirty protest or
Fucking is now, isn't it? We've got to clean it up. We.
cleanliness isn't free? Look at this. Look at this, Ben. Read it. Read it.
I don't know. Maybe we should protest by refusing to clean up.
Oh, we're gonna sign out already. This is a
Uh,
short video.
no, let's not. Yeah, fuck the machine. Not literally though.
Well, unless you want to, or
No
we think so.
droid. Oh,
Oh, good
okay.
God.
Maybe. Oh, I think I. Okay. So my guess is they were trying to replace the cleaning humans with cleaning droids, and people like Barbara Loathe kicked off about it.
Oh, is she one of the?
Oh, I found a T1000 thing.
Where? Where?
Da 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 da
I
da.
don't know where you are. Stop. Where did you go?
Down the stairs. That is very T1000, isn't it? But more
I don't know. I'm
mechanical,
coming.
like.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Where? Where? Where?
Where? Do 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 do.
Uh, Stop. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. T800
Yeah,
for 1,000 was the melty one.
yeah. What was the lady one?
Uh, Summer Glau, wasn't it?
Is that the name of the model? And by
I
model, I
believe
mean
she was
brand
just
of
a generic
machine.
actress at that point. One that people had a
Oh
bit of a thing
yeah,
for.
she popped up in. Oh, these are different droids.
She was in that episode of
Big Bang Theory.
on the train. Yeah, she was also a major player, indeed, perhaps probably the most important character in the Firefly series,
Huh.
up to and including Serenity, because she played the girl that was being hunted by the government. Spoiler alert.
Huh.
Have you ever seen Firefly?
No.
I actually really enjoyed it, and it took me ages to get around to actually watching it, but I did it, and
Mm.
I quite enjoyed it.
Ah.
Shame it only ended. Shame it ended when it did, but I suppose everyone feels like that.
So there was the people up top were suspecting the lower orders of rebelling, so they installed a mole who learned of their intentions and spilled the beans.
I found a bit of paper for you. I put it on the floor down there so you
Thank
can
you.
grab it. Yeah, I know you like them.
Yeah. Oh, it was a sit-in. See, the protesters were peaceful. That's why you shouldn't peaceful protest.
Yeah, you should violently do it instead.
Yeah. What's this purple blood then, eh?
It's probably coolant.
Oh, yeah, that sounds right.
So pesky blue bloods again.
Uh,
Have you seen the water buckets? Oh
uh,
my god,
uh,
there's a small mess everywhere we go, isn't there?
well, it's ironic, really. They spend their entire life cleaning up and then leave a massive mess.
But I tell you what, their protest worked because we're not robots, unless we are.
No, but we are scabs,
We're just
which I'm not
honest business
pleased with.
folk. We're just honest business folk trying to do a job.
Yeah, we'll be underpaid for that job and underappreciated, and management would kill us if it earned them an extra couple of quid.
So just like our regular jobs, then.
Yeah. Remember, kids, basically nobody at your place of work gives a shit whether you live or die.
Even us.
What?
Some days I don't care if I live or die.
Oh, well, no, no, fair dude.
Ooh,
This
I've
chap
tracked
here.
over 20,000 footprints.
Well, I just had 2,000 burnt thingies.
Congratulations.
Thank you. A full
Do I not get
disclosure.
congratulations for my 20,000
Yeah,
footprints?
yes, you do. Sorry, congratulations. That is a lot. I'm sorry. I hijacked your own achievement to share my own.
Thank you for your admission
Uh,
and acknowledgement of my achievement.
Well, I like to think we're good at that in our friendship.
We're
But
being very, very polite tonight, aren't we?
well, full disclosure, I'm in the midst of something of a depressive episode, boys and
Oh, I
girls
know. You
and
told me.
others. I was
Oh,
speaking
sorry, the viewer.
to the people at home, the person at home,
Person.
the confused dog, whose owner put this on to distract them because it was the first thing they saw. Hello, biscuits.
I don't think anyone's putting this on as the first video. This is for someone's fallen asleep at the computer slash TV
Yes,
slash
and
device.
6 hours later, this is on. Wake up.
This isn't healthy. You can't keep doing this to yourself. Go to bed properly.
Kill your family. Kill your family.
That's not doing your back any good at all.
No.
Oh, it's a long way down. Oh, does the elevator work? I wonder. No, it doesn't. Fuck's sake.
Bewitched. Bewitched. Do, 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 do.
God, I don't even know where the stairs are. There's got to be some way for us to deal with the graffiti. There's got to be.
Probably. It's probably the gun.
Oof, I'll let you try that. I managed to get a mop bucket.
It's not the gun.
Did the gun make it worse?
Yeah. As usual. You'd like to know the reason I'm depressed? Or one of the reasons. Might as well.
Did you want to share?
Well,
Or
it is
did you
one of
want
my
to keep it to
topics.
yourself? Oh, okay, let's go on.
So I told you
Oh,
about.
hang on. Let me guess. Is it to do with Kate Middleton?
No.
Okay.
What, and the
Carry on.
fact that she's still alive? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, and actually, sorry, I saw a video of someone being asked in the street. Oh my god, you've killed me.
Have I?
Yeah. Oh well, never mind.
Oh.
You'll have to dispose of my body.
No.
I'll bring a bucket down whilst I'm up
Hey,
here.
look, I can't find you.
Oh, I must have vanished then when I respawned. Fair enough. Yeah, I saw a video of someone on the street being asked if they thought she was all right. Do you think Kate Middleton's all right? And their immediate reaction is, no, I think she's a. Oh wait, do you mean is she okay?
Their immediate reaction was what? You may have cut out. No, I think
Oh
she's a.
no. They stopped the sentence halfway through.
Oh, right.
I think the implication is they thought she was a bitch, and then they realised that actually that wasn't
Oh,
the
right.
question.
I thought they thought a bit of all right. You know? You think Kate Middleton's all right? No, I think she's a dog.
Tasty strumpet.
Yes, but no, Kate Middleton being alive is not the reason for my depression.
Well, that's good because that'd be a pretty shitty thing.
Yeah. I actually told you about it. Though not in that
Did
context. Yes. So it was the Race for Life.
Oh, that thing.
The cancer research thing, yes.
Oh, you've been thinking about the old school days.
Yeah, partially. My place of work got in on the cancer research Race for Life, and a bunch of us went down. I went down because I'm on the committee that organised it, although I joined after they organised it, so I can't really take any degree of credit. Yes, and we went down, and we were allowed to walk it if we wanted. And I had to walk around alone because my colleagues sort of doing their own thing and listening to music, and I didn't have any music, so I felt very awkward and very out of place, just sort of walking. I did 12 laps. I did a good,
How many were you meant to do?
12.
Oh, okay.
So
Just because you might have been means to do more.
30. Yeah, no.
How long's a lap?
Well,
Is it a normal running track?
It's 5K. I think I did. It's like 3 miles. I think.
No, but is it a regular running track?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then 4 laps would be about 3 miles.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 4 laps would be a mile. So 3 laps would be 3 miles.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, but I felt very awkward and very out of place, and yes, as you rightly mentioned, it brought back a lot of memories of doing PE at secondary school and
Ah,
things I
yes.
hadn't thought about in fucking years. And I can so vividly the sort of cold, dismal September day when we were out on the rugby pitch doing rugby for an hour and a half or however long it was, and
Too long.
spending the entire day dreading double PE at the end of the day after lunch. Oh fuck, it's PE after this, and
Ugh, everyone's going to see me legs.
yeah, oh god, we get changed
I
and
know.
I'm
I know that teacher's going to walk in whilst we're getting changed again.
gonna be shit and
I should add, actually, to my knowledge, that none of our teachers were the kind that would walk in whilst we were getting changed in an inappropriate way.
we had a teacher like that at primary school.
Did you?
Yes, I wasn't there at the time, but I recall being told that there was an assembly where the deputy head came in and explained to the children that a certain teacher had gone away, and it sort of emerged that he had handed himself over because he had certain things on his computer. Um,
He handed himself. Well, that's a. I mean, I'm not saying he should be
no,
applauded in any way,
well,
but
yeah, I mean
it's a positive outcome compared
it's
to some of the others you could have happened.
somewhat a noble acknowledgement of what he was doing was bad, and perhaps I knocked your bucket over accidentally.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't mopping anything at that point. Oh, do you
Yeah.
want to, you first?
What the fuck is wrong with you? What's your angle? You're being
Who?
awfully nice to me. Old Jordan would have ripped my fucking head off if I'd knocked his bucket over.
No, I wasn't mopping anything. What does it matter?
Hmm.
There was dirty water.
But
I'm not convinced it was any
yeah,
use to us.
I have very limited recollections of this teacher because he never actually taught me. I think he taught a couple of years above me at the time. I
Mhm.
remember him sunbathing during one lunchtime with a pot noodle.
Sunbathing with a pot noodle.
Well,
Wow.
he
How did the pot noodle feel about it?
was sort of lying there and he had a pot noodle. And I remember, I think he took us to the swimming pool once. Um, with other
So hang on.
teachers, I hasten to add.
Yeah, I just want to be absolutely clear here, so I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You're depressed because you didn't get taught by a nonce.
No, I
Oh,
think
okay, okay.
this no.
I mean, it's a strange thing to be depressed about, but I
Was
mean,
I
you do
not
you,
pretty
man.
enough for him? Why didn't
You know what? Actually, there was a Always Sunny episode where that was the premise.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I bet.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
just
carry on.
running around in my little shorts and never got any
Yeah, yeah, that's
hint of
exactly. You sound just
hint of
like them.
attention. Oh, always the
Uh,
bridesmaid, never the crying child. Anyway,
yeah, I should add in the Always Sunny episode, he wasn't actually a nonce.
well, that's good.
He was being like he'd been a false accusation by some people who wanted to extort him for money.
Uh, um, yes, but it brought back a lot of memories of secondary school, and genuinely it made me feel very, very anxious because I always felt very, very anxious before PE, and it's like, oh God, I'm on my own here, and I don't have any support, and oh shit, you know. I mean, you know what it was like. You were fucking there, weren't you?
For most of it, not all
Um,
of it.
yeah, and I think I just got very. You know me. I'm an awkward person. It's not my
Yep.
fault. It's not my fault, but I am, and
Is it not?
No, it's not. I can't help it. There's no point me getting stressed about it or concerned about it. I just am. Um, but yeah, it did feel very awkward. I don't, you know what it's like at these things. You sort of do a lap and everybody's cheering and saying, "Go on, you can do it." And I just
And
thought,
when you
oh,
do 12 laps, and by the 12th, they're like,
yeah, and I just didn't. I didn't. I just felt very uncomfortable in a position like that. It's not really my scene, but I did it. Awkward though I am.
fair enough.
And then you know what it's like. There's little things that happen in the days after that, sort of add to things when otherwise they perhaps wouldn't have. Um, but
Mm.
it's a good indicator that I'm in a much better place than I was because I know this is not going to last, and there will, in a few days, I'll be all right. I just need to ride it out a little bit. No.
You'll get there,
Yeah, but
and all that other supportive stuff that people say.
yeah, Thank you.
I'm not a therapist. I don't fucking know.
No,
Are you seeing your therapist tomorrow?
no. Seymour
Oh, that's a shame.
Skinner. That's a reference. Now, the chap who commented on our video who thought we were doing this properly said we ought to log these name tags.
Yeah.
Do you know
Are you
where?
gonna?
Well, I'd
Oh yeah,
quite like
at
to.
the machine that we clock out on. But the trouble is, it wants to know how they died as well.
Does it? Oh,
I'm
oh.
pretty sure it does.
Well, alright, fuck that.
Well, yeah, that was my thinking. It's been a while since I've done it, so I don't know. It's been a while since I've done
Hmm.
it as well.
This is a quite a sizable map.
It is. You know what? I feel like we're doing a good job cleaning out this office, though.
Hmm.
Almost to the point that I'd be happy to have this office. What about you?
Hmm. I don't like the. I think it's awfully yellow.
What, the office?
Yeah.
You're not in the office.
I'm in the. I'm on the top floor. Is that not what you meant?
No, no, the little office downstairs.
God, all the stuff we need is up the stairs.
I know. The janitor's room that we were in.
Uh,
Bring a bucket down. Bring two.
okay. Well, I can. When you say bucket, do you mean a water load bag or a proper bucket?
A water one.
Okay, I've got pins and needles. It's not a good time.
But you're walking around.
Oh, I've got to massage my foot. Ugh.
So yeah, the whole Kate Middleton thing's really blown up again.
Yes, do you want to talk about that?
Ah, I've not got an awful lot to add on it other than that thing I'd already
Well,
said
it's not
about
on
her
my
woman.
list because I don't really have an awful lot to add on it, aside from the fact that there's been a picture of her looking a little gaunt out with Will in a definitely not a staged, very natural day out,
Ah,
just
yes.
to reassure everybody that she's not dead,
She's probably been knocked up.
although the marriage might be, from what,
Well, I mean,
from what I've
you know,
heard. It is a PR fuck up of people have been joking that their PR team ought to be fucking cleared out completely, just sack everybody because they've really fucked this up. This minor thing, there was nothing going on. She had an operation that was in, she's recovering from, and they fucked it up so bad that basically everybody thought she was either dead or had been murdered or something was going on.
thank you for bringing a bucket down.
It's okay. One of the things that
Um,
stood out to
I
me
will, I
about it
will. Sorry, go on.
is that thank you, is that the press, the Meghan and Harry were in the news again for no good
Mm,
reason. Well, for
always
one
the way.
reason, to distract attention from William and Kate. That's why they were thrown to the wolves again. I saw a newspaper front page where they had a headline saying, "Oh, Kate's out and looking great," and then it had something about their second royal story was that Harry and Meghan had done something or other. It's like, okay, that's the game they're playing.
Pit them against each other.
Yeah, go on then. What's your
Um, yeah, I was wondering what the PR team are actually distracting us from by letting us all speculate about Kate.
You say that,
Speculate, if you will.
but well done. I think that it's just incompetence. That's
That's
what
what
it
they want
is.
you to think.
It's like, I mean, you have to remember they really fucked up the Diana situation. They basically fucked up every time somebody's married into the royal family.
Oh, that's actually something on my topic list, Diana.
Oh, well, I'll finish my point and we can sort of circle
Hmm.
around to your thing because, I mean, you could have problems with Diana. She wasn't perfect, but that family would be so fucking secure if they had managed to make that work. It's not that marriage was going to work, but if you're, I hate the idea. People love to talk about the royal families putting duty before everything. What's good for the firm, but
Hmm.
Diana was good for the firm, and
I heard she was quite firm.
they hmm, they completely fucked it up because they're fucking useless. And I don't think Queen Elizabeth was a good queen on the whole.
Oh,
Well, I
that's a brave statement.
I think
I'm
we
not saying I'm not saying you're wrong.
I think well, okay. I think there's really three things you need to do as a modern monarch in this country. You need to do your constitutional duty, which he did well. You need to keep the ship afloat, which she obviously did well, and you need to prepare for the future. And I don't think she prepared for the future at all. She was a very reactive monarch. If she had it her way, nothing would have changed from the moment she became queen. And I think as time goes on, it's going to become more and more evident that actually she wasn't that great, and we're probably going to look back on her much the same way we do Queen Victoria. You know, as sort of
Ah,
iconic, but you wouldn't class her as top tier. You know, she's no Elizabeth the First.
well, no, but you're never going to be if you're the second.
No, no, probably not a very nice woman either. I don't think.
What, Lizzie?
Yeah, Liz too. I think she was a bit up herself.
I think we need to give her
No,
some acknowledgement for being the probably the first monarch in our country to be actually killed by a prime minister.
yes, that's something, isn't it? Although,
I mean, I know they're saying it wasn't,
I mean, if
but
you,
I mean, let's be
well,
honest.
you could make a very liberal, loose case for Charles I and Oliver Cromwell if you were so inclined. A very
Nah,
loose case. I mean, Oliver Cromwell became Lord Protector when he wasn't Prime Minister, but you know, I'm sure there's people who argue that technically he was the first Prime Minister. But
technically,
anyway,
it was the
you
first
had a.
twat.
Excuse me.
Oh, I just I've no strong feelings really about him, but I figured it'd be amusing if I did.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling I would either really admire Oliver Cromwell or really despise him. I think he was a
How do you
terrible
feel about
human being.
most people on the planet?
Yeah. Or maybe I'd be somewhere in the middle. I don't know. Um, but
Anyway, Diana.
yeah, go on.
My entire thing about Diana was, and the note I've written is Diana's in the news again.
What's she been up
And
to?
well, you see, the thing is, it was her brother.
Oh
His
yes.
quote, I'm sure you've heard, was likening, or no, he was saying that the impact around the news impact around Diana was worse than it is around Kate or something like that. I didn't care all that much. Just the fact that you
Oh,
know
I thought.
it's been brought up again.
Well, it was, but I mean, I don't know. Earl Spencer's sort of feelings on this must be pretty complicated because she apparently asked him to like let her live on Althorpe Estate, just for a bit of peace, and he said no because the press intrusion would interfere with the running of the place.
Wow.
Thomas Tanker, choo choo. Yeah, so I thought you were going to say that he was molested because
Oh
that was
no,
in the news.
was it?
Yeah, he came out and said he was sexually abused at a private or public school.
I
That
wish I was
always
sexually abused.
confuses me that it's public school, but it's a private
Yeah,
thing.
see, it's the other way around, isn't it?
Yeah, silly. Uh,
We've almost finished cleaning up that office.
have we? That's what we have. Would you really like to work down here?
I'd like to work in that office. That's why I've been working so hard to get it tidy.
Well, you and I could share it, I suppose.
I mean, I even put a chair under the table, the desk.
Oh, lovely.
I've worked really hard in this.
Well, I won't go in there because I'll mess it up.
Fuck, we need another work it.
Okay, I'll go get the bucket. Mm.
We've nearly dealt with the section that is the side corridor as well.
I have to say, this Kate Middleton malarkey has been amusing to me, and
That's just absurd, isn't it?
well, I don't like them as people. I know I
Well, why
don't
would
know
you?
them personally, so you know who fucking knows. But I don't know what they stand for. I don't like what I've heard about them. You know, I think I don't know. I just think it's I'm not fans of them at all, and
Fair
it
enough.
is funny to see them dragged through the ringer like this. And I fucked up the bucket. And
Do you need me to come and get one as well?
well, I've got one. You're more than welcome to come and get another. I'm trying to
I'm just
figure
throwing
out
some crates out the way. One sec.
what the way down is.
Oh, it's a nightmare getting down here. There's more stuff to fix. Oh, never mind. No. Um. Do you want to move on from stupid topic to ridiculous topic?
Go on then.
Are you heard of Acorn Cop?
Acorn cop.
Acorn Cop.
Is it an acorn? What's a cop?
You know what? You're way off.
Right. Is it a cop? What's an acorn?
You know what? You're still way off.
Right. What is it then, eh?
This is
Oh,
how. This is a story about how an acorn nearly caused two police officers to kill a guy who was in the back of one of their police cars, handcuffed and unarmed.
can I guess what happened?
Absolutely.
Did the acorn fall from the tree, hit the car, and they thought it was a gun going off?
That is exactly what happened.
Fucking hell.
This is neither of them were in the car at the time. One of them was walking past the car.
Hmm.
His immediate reaction was to say that he had been hit, that that there was shots were fired, and they both unloaded their guns towards the police cruiser, which again had an unarmed, handcuffed suspect in the back.
I'm assuming this was America.
Absolutely, Florida, I think, which is
Oh,
entirely
well, there you
predictable.
go. Do you know why
So,
the Florida man stereotype exists?
because they've got such lax rules on what they're allowed to broadcast about suspects and stuff,
Yes,
isn't
that's
it?
exactly it. You can report on this sort of thing, and you get a lot of details. Whereas I guess in other states it's just not worth it because you can't have access to that information. And, yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yes, I fucking hell.
America, right?
They're just.
What a
What
bunch of Yanks.
was the suspect hurt?
No, I think he was unharmed. It was what I'd heard, what I did hear, and all that.
Yeah,
But whether they was just keeping quiet because actually it turns out they killed him.
he blew his
I
head
think
off.
he was black.
But I
So
mean, he could well
I
have
don't know.
been. Mm.
Not that in any way that should change how we view the matter, but it does make me feel more inclined to think that they might have covered up accidentally killing him.
I don't think they did. I don't think they could.
I've seen body cam footage and the whole thing's fucking ridiculous. You can get it from both of them. You can fucking see the acorn. Just see when they slow it down, but you can still see it.
Well, I don't know. I think about the police situation in America not infrequently, and I do see it from both sides. Not saying that both sides are equally right, but I do see what the police perspective is on this. Like, I suppose you become a policeman because you think the world is good guys versus bad guys, and you want to be one of the good guys. You spend all day hunting the bad guys, and there's a load of bloody hippies siding with the bad guy because you're too bloody tough, and you think that's awfully unfair.
I think the issue is not even necessarily that so much as it is for the relatively easy access to firearms means that you have to be on alert all the time.
That's definitely part of it.
We over here don't have anywhere near as prolific
No,
gun use. I know we've got knife crime issues in certain areas,
yeah.
but even then they're marginal compared to the gun crime issues that they have.
Every now and then somebody gets shot, and it's big fucking news.
Exactly.
We had two mass shootings in this country,
And we said
Hungerford
no more.
and Dunblane, I think it was. And
Yeah.
between the two of them, we basically fucking eviscerated guns in this country.
And you know what? It's pretty much worked.
Yeah. It's
Although
so
there was
fucking
that
easy.
shooting about 5-10 minutes up the road from me.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
that was
Cool.
that was horrible.
Yeah.
That was one
It
of
was.
those things that does stay with you. There are a few true crime news stories that I don't really interact with just because I think they're a bit much. But yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it helps that we don't have, a constitution that says the right to bear arms is guaranteed to all citizens, but also that we don't have the NRA. Guns culturally were never really a big thing in this country unless you lived in the countryside.
I might be a badger bait. No, I might be a homophobe, but I'm not a badger baiter,
Yes,
Jeremy.
yes. Everybody in the countryside's got guns.
Like who?
Farmers,
Who else?
farmers' mums. Tee hee. That was a Hot Fuzz reference
There's
for
not a
your.
single person watching this who doesn't know that.
Yeah,
Because you just told them.
yeah. Well, I thought I'd clarify just in case.
Edge is edge.
Yeah.
I found out today that my son types conversations, or at least in part of his conversations, just like I do. And I only know this because I was shown a screenshot of a text conversation between him and his mother, who says he types just like you.
When you say he types just like you, what does that entail?
The wording.
Right. Does he use acronyms unnecessarily so other people will have to ask what the acronym means and he will get to explain?
No, because I
Right.
don't do that.
Yes, you fucking do.
I don't use them unnecessarily. I use them because I forget that not everyone knows the things that I know.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that I think is common knowledge turns out isn't.
All right.
And unless I'm specifically doing something that is like subject specific, I don't think about it.
Okay.
It's not me. It's not me. You think so little of me sometimes.
I don't think little of you.
I said sometimes.
I don't think little of. All right, go on then. No, I don't think little of you sometimes. How did he type like you then?
Oh, it's just the words sure and no problem.
You're just throwing dead people down these stairs at me.
Well, it seemed the least nice way of doing it.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, what's the point of carrying him all the way down the stairs?
So, I guess you've been typing with your son quite frequently.
No,
then? No.
nope, never, almost never. Because like he's here, I don't need to type to him. I just talk
Does
to
he
him.
watch you type?
Nope.
Oh, right. So he's just picked up on your manner. Well, that makes more sense, I suppose, because you type the way you speak, don't we?
I also suspect that quite possibly he knows how to spell the words sure, no, and problem. Because
Right.
he's quite blunt.
Right.
He doesn't mince his words when he's trying to say something.
Well, that's not a bad way to be. These
Yeah,
are
well,
bloody heavy, aren't they?
what are?
Where's this gun then, eh? There's this gun then, eh? Right, you fucking robot bastard. I'll do.
Trying to see if there's any more dead bodies around here, but I can choke down. Oh god, yeah, there's quite a few. This one's just crumpled. How did they all die? That's what I want to know.
The robots.
What actually killed them?
I'm guessing. My understanding of this scenario is this: the workers had like a messiah-esque figure known as Bob, who was sort of
Bob.
leading revolutions elsewhere,
Hmm.
and the management put a mole in and figured out they were going to have this peaceful protest. And then I guess they unleashed the robots on them, or maybe guards came in and just shot them all. I don't know. Maybe the workers trashed the robots. Maybe the workers were just had the robots unleashed on them.
All I'm curious about really is surely there should be someone still alive, either the last person alive or the last robot alive.
Well, my guess is the robots. In my mind, the robots won. And they just
As they will.
they've left until we've cleaned it up, and then they'll be back in with different workers or whatever.
Well, us hopefully.
Well, maybe, but I doubt it.
If we do a good enough job, maybe they'll hire us.
Maybe they'll kill us if we don't. I don't know. Here's hoping.
I'm going to get fired out of a cannon.
It's like one of my topics.
Yeah, go on.
What have I got?
Don't know.
Go on then. Miriam Margolyes.
Oh, yes,
she's
I've heard about her.
isn't she? Well,
Yeah.
she said that Harry Potter fan or adult Harry Potter fans should move on, basically.
Oh, you see, I think that's not quite what she means. Because I think what's happened there is the word fan and fanatic are being conflated somewhat now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the example she gave was a Harry Potter themed wedding.
Yes, which I would say is an extreme example of being a fan of Harry Potter. I
Yeah.
would, despite the stigma around it these days, say that I probably am still technically a Harry Potter fan, but I would not say
Mm.
that I'm the kind of fan that she would say I need to get over it because like I'm just a yeah I like this thing. Sometimes I
Yeah.
think about it occasionally.
Yeah.
I don't think that's something that someone our age needs to get over. But the people who want to have a wedding themed about it, yes, get the fuck over it.
Yeah. I mean, my feelings on J.K. Rowling these days are well known at this point. If you watch these videos, I used
I
to
think the
fucking
feelings everyone has on J.K. Rowling are well known at this point.
I used to fucking love Harry Potter. It was the most important thing to me. But I think two things really happened. One of them is J.K. Rowling's descent into madness,
Yep.
and then the second is just getting older. I sort of look back on these things with more of a critical eye, and which I think is incidentally one of the reasons why people turned against Harry Potter, at least in the early days when J.K. Rowling's turfdom was like
Such a small thing, rather than
suggested and implied rather than literally denying that trans people died in the Holocaust.
so are you using the gun?
No,
Oh, okay. I thought I
um,
heard fire spreading.
no. Uh,
Carry on.
yeah, I think I watched a great video by a YouTuber called Sean, and he went into great depths in the Harry Potter series, and you do sort of look back and think this has real flaws with it. And I remember when we were younger, there was a lot of talk of, oh, she's planned everything out, and it's like, did she? Did she really? It's like maybe a bit, maybe some of it was just like coincidental. She still hasn't said how you make a Horcrux. I don't think she ever did.
No, I don't think
Her
she has.
publisher, apparent. Well, I remember this ages ago. She was going to do the Harry Potter encyclopedia, which I would have much fucking preferred, but than fucking Pottermore. Um, but her publisher said that when she told her, she felt like throwing up. But I don't. I don't. I think that was a lie. I don't think she ever did tell her because I don't think it ever. I don't think she knows. Is that full?
Yeah.
Put it down and I'll take it.
Oh, thank you.
You all right? Um,
I mean,
but it.
I think realistically, the most likely thing, given what we know about J.K. Rowling, the most likely thing that means that you create a Horcrux is you transition.
It's the most the act of unimaginable horror and evil.
As far as she's concerned,
Yeah.
I just want to clarify
Yes.
that's not our views.
Every
Those are
time,
J.K.'s.
every time Voldemort changed his pronouns, a Horcrux was
I mean, he
created.
did, didn't he? He absolutely did. He changed himself from Tom Riddle, which I would describe as your name is a pronoun, isn't it? Really?
Well, yeah, I suppose. He killed Moaning Myrtle and went, I now identify as a female. And suddenly the diary
Well, what
wasn't.
was he doing in the ladies' bathroom?
Oh my god, you're right. That was.
That is why we need gender-specific spaces.
Yes.
She has planned it all out.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, this is mind blown. We've uncovered it. Someone get us a medal and a
Yes.
seminar and a talk.
Yes. We must make a video essay out of this immediately.
Right, then. So here's the sitch.
And we should have a thumbnail of us both like going what with our mouths wide open and the terrible secret of the terrible truth behind the Harry Potter books. What you never knew.
What you're going to be too ashamed to acknowledge.
Uh,
9 out of 10 Harry Potter fans don't like this fact.
uh. Well, actually, come to think of it, speaking of fanatics, I watched Trekkies, the documentary,
Ah,
not
yes.
so long ago. Now, Trekkies is a documentary presented and in part produced by Denise Crosby. Do you know who Denise Crosby is?
We talked about her.
Yes. Uh,
I can't remember, but we did talk about her.
Denise Crosby played Tasha Yar
Yes, that's the
in
one.
part of the first series of TNG, and the first series of TNG is not good. It's written by the original series writers who were writing stuff that might have worked in the older series. It doesn't really work with the new characters, and it's not great. And a lot of people were very skeptical about TNG when it came out. They didn't think you could do Star Trek without Kirk and Spock, and it
And a
was
bold guy.
yeah, it wasn't particularly popular. And you had this bold diplomat. Who the fuck is this guy? Um,
Who does he think he is?
yeah, and people were telling Patrick Stewart apparently, you are too good for this. You need to get out of this before it sinks your entire fucking career. And apparently they were telling Denise Crosby the same thing because she quit and was her character was killed off by a tar monster in the episode Skin of Evil.
As you do.
Now, series one was bad. Series two picks up, and 3 through 5 are fucking golden. So Denise Crosby, as I'm fond of saying, got off the gravy train at the first station and has spent the rest of her life running to try and catch up with it. Um, and Trekkie's a sort of an example of that. God bless her. I like
Oh,
her.
Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson's in one of these people.
Oh right. Um, yeah, and Trekkie's a sort of an example of this. Now, I like Star Trek. I wouldn't call myself a Trekkie or a Trekker, but that's one of the debates apparently that was raging at some point. I don't know whether it still is. Probably not. Um, I think I still don't really know what the difference is. I think Trekker is more serious, whereas Trekkie is like a nerd, I guess. But there are a lot of interesting, colourful characters. There was a lady who was on the Whitewater jury in America. Now, this was a pretty high-profile case in the 90s. It involved then President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton
Mm.
in there were allegations of corruption. This lady was on the jury, and she wore her Starfleet uniform every day to jury duty.
As you do. Why not,
Now,
right?
what do you think of that? Do you think that's okay?
I mean, it's as much a valid item of clothing as what I'm wearing right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, I, I think it's fine. I think the values held by Starfleet and the Star Trek sort of code of ethos are sort of exactly what you want in a juror. Diligent. They take it seriously. It is very aware of the responsibility they hold, and are going to do their best to render a fair and just jury fair and just verdict based on the evidence. So I'm sort of fine with that. Um, she was really the one who stuck out, but I mean, I think they had a dentist who had his entire office was full of Star Trek stuff.
Okay.
It looked fucking garish and cluttered, and it was a nightmare to dust, which probably isn't particularly hygienic.
Nope.
Um, I
But
wouldn't.
his office or his it was
Oh, the whole
uh,
thing, like
oh okay.
the office and the dentist like studio bit, whatever. You know,
The medical room, as it were.
yeah, they were like med bay. They were
I see what you did there.
model enterprises and fucking cardboard cutouts and all sorts,
I mean,
and all the
how many
staff were
model
wearing
enterprises do you
uniform.
actually need?
I'd like one. I genuinely would like a model of the Enterprise from TNG. I think it's a beautiful ship,
Yeah.
and I'd like a little Deep Space Nine as well. I fucking love Star Trek. When I get my own place, I'm absolutely going to put some Star Trek stuff up. I fucking love
Okay.
Star Trek. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I mean, as I say, I love Star Trek, and I'm very proud to be a fan of Star Trek because I think it stands for something really important. A better future. And I admire Gene Roddenberry's vision. It gels with my own view of the world,
Hmm.
how I try to live my life, and there's some really nice stories in there about. You may have heard it. The guy James Doohan, who played Scotty, he has a
Yep.
story about a woman who wrote him a letter saying she was going to kill herself, and he wrote back saying, "Look, I've got a convention appearance in like St. Louis in a month. I want to see you there." And they kept this up, and she kept going to these conventions, and then he didn't hear from her for a while, and he had no idea what had happened to her. And then a few years later, she got in touch with him, and she'd done her masters in like astrophysics or something, and she was writing to thank him. I think that's bloody lovely.
I agree. I think that is.
Yeah. And then the chap who played Bones, whose name I can't remember.
DeForest Kelly.
Thank you very much, DeForest Kelly. He uh, he told he told a funny story about a woman who wrote him a letter, and includes a naked photo of herself
Good
and
lord.
a spliff, and she just wrote, "You've turned me on so many times, I thought I'd return the favor." It was like,
Well,
yeah, I kept that letter.
I suppose you would, wouldn't you?
Like, okay, DeForest Kelly, wearing your denim, looking like an elderly lesbian. Thank you. Um, I don't know. I think Trekkie's got in was viewed as a bit controversial. I've seen a good chunk of the sequel. It's not as good, but they talk a bit about how the first one focused a bit too much on the nerds and the
Mm.
outliers. And certainly, I'm not that much of a Star Trek fan. I think if I had the money and the time, I'd probably, I would. I'd definitely love to go to a convention, and I may even wear like a Starfleet uniform to it.
Nerd.
Yeah, but
I mean, I
no.
went to a convention pretending to be a hitchhiker from Hitchhiker's Guide. So,
Uh,
I mean, I
uh,
say a convention. It was like a Comic Con thing.
but I
And
wouldn't.
my costume for that was just normal clothes and a towel.
Where did you wear the towel?
I just carried it around.
Oh, right. Did they know who you
You,
were? Did they think this
no,
gentleman's?
there was. It was a frequently explained thing to the handful of people that asked.
Oh, right. I,
But the thing is, people weren't really expecting that sort of thing.
um,
It's the lazy man's costume.
well, yeah, that's what I always say. If I'm ever forced to go to like a Halloween party or something, not that I've ever been invited, but I would go as a serial killer, and then I wouldn't need to dress up.
Ha 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 ha.
Which makes me sound like a serial killer, but what I'm saying is, they're all white men of a certain age, and I'm a white man of a certain age.
You are a white man of a certain age,
I've never.
and that certain age is going to change to.
I do, but well, I'm approaching 30.
We both are.
Yeah, that's. I booked my birthday off, and I booked 2 weeks out off. In a separate instance, and I realised after the fact, oh, that's 2 weeks after my birthday. So I'm off for my birthday, and then the next 2 weeks because I've got the house
Oh,
to myself. I'm planning
I've got my birthday
on
day off, and then that was
finishing a
it.
book. Yeah.
I wanted to book the week off,
Mm,
but it's half term, so people are oh shit.
yeah,
Other people have booked it.
mm. Maybe half term for you. It's not half term for us. It's ours runs on a different span as
Um,
the month after. I think I don't know. I can't remember.
there's there's a there's a haunted bin up here.
It'll be moving for you, but it won't be moving for me.
Yeah, it's like really going fucking ape shit for me. Oh wait, it stopped.
All right. Maybe it started for me then. Probably not.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Whatever. Sorry, viewer. You'll have to imagine the haunted bin. Uh,
This is going ape shit.
oh, the glitter.
Anyway, fella. So I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 lately,
What'd you
as
fall
you
out
know,
for? Do I know?
because yeah, you know, because on Sunday, sorry, you said what are you playing Fallout 4 for? You should be making porn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you see, I
That
remembered
wasn't
that.
that wasn't uh, an
He's not
ill-disguised
exploiting me.
attempt to. Yeah, he's not down in the basement.
Well,
But
I mean, it could have been.
yeah.
Anyway, I haven't got a basement. I'm in a flat, a top floor flat as well. I should have an attic, really, but
Mm.
no. Anyway, oh, hang on. Something in the vents and in the elevator shafts.
Robots.
Yes. Anyway, yeah. So I've been playing some Fallout 4, and there was a mission that I did, or a quest that I did, that I wanted to share with you.
Oh, lovely.
It was a quest called the Red Death.
Oh, is that a reference to the Mask of the Red Death?
No,
Oh,
I'm going to assume no. I'm pretty confident
well,
that based on the name, the Mask of the Red Death, it probably isn't.
the Mask of the Red Death is a Edgar Allan Poe story about a prince in I think in Italy, who during a time of like a Black Death level pandemic, gathers all his wealthy friends at his estate to drink and party, and they all die. Is that similar?
No, very different.
Oh, right, okay.
So anyway, you play this prince who
Yeah, go on. Hey, aren't you? Aren't you a hoot?
I'm hilarious, mate. No, you it's part of the Far Harbor storyline,
Right.
and whilst you are there, you're at this settlement that's a long way away from the rest of the game.
Yeah.
The settlement is called Far Harbor. You're on an island. It's part of it, and one of the regulars, one of the locals, talks about how there's this red death, this creature that out there in the fog um, will go around and kills brave sailors,
Yeah.
and they want your help to go and deal with it once and for all.
Yeah.
And characteristic thing about this is that it's got bright red eyes and they glow, and it kills all these people. It's really deadly. This thing.
Okay.
You get there and it's a tiny crab
Oh.
that just happens to have red eyes, and you chalk up all the deaths to the fact that someone going to find out what this red light is gonna go to where it is, and like a bad lighthouse, it is on these rocks which are quite treacherous,
Hmm.
and because of how far away from mainland it is, you're not getting back safely. So you're going to die there, or you're going to die trying to get back. So it is killing all these people,
Hmm.
but the monster itself is just a fucking crab,
Hmm.
and not like the dangerous sorts of crabs that all the other fucking monsters in the game are.
Hmm.
Just a regular fucking crab. It took literally one shot to kill the damn thing.
How do they know it's got red eyes?
What were people?
Yeah.
Well, we know because we got there. Other people have probably seen the glow from a distance and said, "Fuck, I'm getting the hell away from
But
here."
it's only got little eyes of a little crab.
Oh, they're quite bright.
Okay, it's a radioactive crab then, I guess.
I mean, this is Fallout, so probably
Hmm.
everything's radioactive.
Hmm.
Even you, and you're not even playing.
No.
So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you because it
Oh,
seems
that's
like
okay.
it's one of those real. I was prepared. They were like, "Oh, get ready for a big boss fight," and I actually fell for it.
Yeah.
I know what Fallout's like, and because of all the other shit that I've had to deal with on the island, they tricked me with their subversion. So
Yeah, that would probably work for me. I'd probably be saving and got everything set up and all sorts.
well, because I'm cheating, because I've played the game before, and I just want to have fun with it. I can't die.
You cheat, yeah.
And I legitimately stumbled across a gun that fired explosive bullets. So that helps quite a bit,
Mm.
but it does mean there's collateral damage if I'm ever shooting anything else. So
Mm.
there was a mission I was doing where a bunch of robots had commandeered the USS Constitution,
Right.
the famous boat.
Is that a
Ship,
sailing
whatever.
ship?
It is.
Oh, I thought it was.
Only in this case, it also has thrusters that allow it to fly,
Right.
and they want you to help them get it flying again so they can fly it. And as part of that, you have to repel some attackers who are humans. But one of the robots gets quite close to it and is very easy to accidentally hit if you're using explosive rounds.
Mm.
And I failed a mission like 4 times because I accidentally hit this one robot who would not get out the fucking way. Like, do you want my help, or do you want me to not hit you guys? Because the options are that or I change gun.
Mm.
And it's my best gun, as you can imagine, because it plays shit up.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, I might have stopped using the gun after, like, the second time.
Well, I changed my tactic after that. Rather than shoot from a distance and literally spray and pray, which is what the gun's called.
Mm.
I didn't name it. I just want to reiterate that. Rather than do that, I went close up and personal with the same gun and
Mm.
did it instead. But no, I am enjoying playing it again. I'd been
Good.
meaning to for a while. We've talked about it the other week, I think, about how I
Yeah.
wanted to, and I got it installed, or at least got it all dealt with so I could, and I have been.
Where is that's not the one in Vegas, is it?
No, that's Fallout New Vegas,
Right. Well,
which is
yeah,
regarded as one of the better ones.
I.
Oh, sorry, and by pure chance, today's game of the day is one of the Fallout games.
Right. I've often I have thought about playing Fallout. I do think I would enjoy it.
I would recommend New Vegas or 4 personally.
Well, I played very little of New Vegas. I got it for Xbox 360,
Yep.
and I played a bit of it, but it crashed.
Ah, yes, that'll happen. New Vegas, I think is I don't think 3 is as good as New Vegas or as 4.
Hmm.
But 3 has got Liam Neeson. If you want to,
All right.
he plays your dad.
Oh,
But spoiler alert, he's
I
also only in it for half a game.
he does have a daddy, not a daddy, but a dadish,
Yeah, be careful how you phrase that.
a dadish quality to him, doesn't he?
Oh, and in a real flip of the expectations, rather than him trying to find you because you've disappeared and potentially been taken by sex traffickers, he's disappeared.
Oh my God.
Is that the premise for Taken 2 or 3? It's one of them, isn't it?
No, I think the first one his daughter gets taken, and the second one his wife gets taken. In the third one, both of them get taken. I don't know.
I had it in my head that for the third one, he was the one who went missing and they were trying to save him. But maybe that was bad marketing
I don't.
or good marketing.
I don't know. There's only so many times a person can be taken. At a certain
I don't
point, you've
know.
just got to say, leave it. You know.
I mean, you've put all this effort in. You can have her. If she's going to be this stupid, fuck her. Well, maybe not. You know, as long as she's okay with it.
Uh, huh.
What you found?
There's a reference to a game about a group of janitors.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Life imitates art.
Mm. Mm.
Well, a video game imitates video game.
Mm.
I'm going to cross that topic out.
Mm. Mm.
You got a topic you want to do?
Well, let's see. I've done two, so I've got one, two, three, three. No, four.
Should
Four. I've got
I
four.
do one of mine, or are we going to try and come up with one now?
I've got four, and one of them is a game I'm going to need my phone for.
Okay, so do that next time. Although the next game, we might be wanting to pay attention
Why?
because it's going to be Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. You did. Okay, fair enough. We're not doing Star Trek then. Yeah,
I didn't experiment with it to try and get it working.
that's
So
fine by me. That's fine by me. We did our little tour. I'm sure we'll revisit
I want
Voyager
to do
when
it, but the trouble is,
when you get
it
your
was
act
just so
together.
sluggish at my end, and
Mm.
I'll make it work. Or maybe I won't.
Maybe.
Are you coming down the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not.
No, I'm chucking things down the stairs.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Bin flew out the furnace.
If I suppose you're not really the right person to ask about this, but fuck. So I've been thinking about what a Star Trek Doctor Who crossover would look like,
Okay.
and I wanted to get your thoughts.
It already exists.
Yeah, it does. It's a comic book, isn't it?
Oh, I'm thinking it's much more mainstream, and people just didn't realise. Q.
What?
Q.
What? Bless you. What? What about Q?
Q. It's clearly a Time Lord with some sort of extra
No, he's
abilities.
not. No, he's not. Q is
It's
not.
close enough, isn't he?
He's not a
Let's be
Time
honest.
Lord. Q is very different. Q is just. I don't know. It's probably technology, to be honest.
Okay.
There's an episode where in Voyager where he has a son, And he just was some. What have I always told you? Don't aggravate the Borg. Don't provoke the Borg. Sort of suggests that he's concerned about them. Um, I suspect the reason he's concerned about them is because if they get hold of Q technology, it's fucking over.
It would be.
But yeah, this Doctor Who crossover, I've seen a bit of fan fiction, but it had Matt Smith's Doctor in it, so I wasn't too interested.
Ah.
Well, it seems to me that it was discussed, in the
Can you
90s.
tuck a bin down? Sorry, while you're up there, just so I can
Yeah,
put all this stuff in the bin rather than.
probably should. Sorry, I've just been throwing stuff down.
It's fine. It's because it's such small stuff. It's harder for me to run it back and forth with this thing.
Dudes. Yeah,
Anyway, carry on.
it was discussed in the 90s. I wouldn't necessarily have a story in mind for it necessarily, but there are some things that would be obvious. First things first, it wouldn't be the Doctor's universe, would it?
No, no.
So you'd have to have gone to a different, a parallel universe. And I thought, what an interesting idea would be that the Doctor looks into Earth history and finds out that the trajectory of Earth was changed for the worst, his Earth, because he prevented something that led to the eugenics war and therefore World War Three, and that would have that happened in the Star Trek universe and led to a better, brighter future for humanity.
Mm.
And that gets him thinking. Um, I also thought that how does the Doctor get there? How does the Doctor get to this parallel universe? Do you think?
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff.
Well, my sort of suggestion would be that the Borg brought him there intentionally. That the Borg, struggling against um, the Federation, are looking to other sources for uh, new technology that they could use. Maybe you open your first episode of like 5 or whatever with the Enterprise responding to there's a planetary settlement and there's like an expert, the Federation's most highly regarded expert in like parallel universes, who's on there, and it's gone missing, and the Borg have taken him, and they use the technology to open up a wormhole to another universe and bring through the Doctor. And the Doctor ends up on the Enterprise. That'd be one thing.
Okay,
I think
that could work.
you'd also need the Daleks in there, wouldn't you? Really, if you're gonna have the Borg, you might as well have the Daleks and make them fucking fight.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, how long? How many do you think? How long do you think it would take for a Borg to adapt to the Dalek
Well,
extermination beam?
my view is, well, longer than it would take them to adapt to phases, but they'd do it. But then the Daleks could, I mean, I would assume the Daleks could just sort of modulate their weapons really fucking easily.
Just like the iMod.
Just like the what?
The iMod.
The iMod.
Yeah, that's the gun that the Federation end up using against the Borg, isn't it? The iMod. Infinity modulator.
I don't remember.
Oh, maybe it's a game thing.
Maybe.
Maybe they didn't actually do it.
But yeah. So.
Did you come downstairs?
Yeah, I put one of my boxes away.
Oh, sorry, I was.
But yeah, the so the Daleks would follow, and they would fight to the Borg. And as you say, it would, well, as I say, it would take a little while for the Borg to adapt, but they would, and it would be pretty clear that the Daleks are going to win this, but the Borg are going to drag it out. But there's not much that could be done. Um, I don't really know where you go from there. I mean, you could have some interesting interactions between Data and the Doctor. Would probably get on pretty well, and Picard and the Doctor. You could have some great conversations there. So it's a shame it never happened, really.
Suppose you'd end up with that same sort of conversation as I had between Picard and Kirk.
Which
I feel like there's a conversation about how one of them was such a great captain or a great leader or whatever, and blah 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 blah. You got to die here, blah blah blah.
oh, maybe I hate that movie. I hate Generations.
I think most people do.
See, the reason why the original series movies work so well is because the original series was cancelled after 3 seasons. That's your ending. to that original series. The Undiscovered Country is a perfect ending. You don't need to bring Kirk back. It's stupid, you know.
Whose idea was it to bring Kirk back?
Oh, some fucking neckbeard or some
Probably
producer.
Kirk's.
Probably, yes. Shanna, Shanna was jealous that the Shakespearean actor was getting all the attention. He wasn't going to let that happen. Um,
There's something we got to do.
um, he, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the TNG ends like fucking perfectly with that, with all good things. It's just a really good ending to that series.
Night, Henry.
It's a great episode. You don't need fucking films for TNG, but you know you need the money, and it's all about Picard and Data, and it's really fucking boring. And I think it just, you know, Patrick Stewart flattering his own ego, um, which is what that entire Picard show was about.
Wow.
It's just no, I don't care if I'm not a true fan and because of this, but I don't consider anything past DS9 canon unless I like it. I think that's the general rule you should have, really.
Hang on, hang on. When you say beyond DS9,
Sorry, I'm way out of it, aren't I? Not beyond DS9, beyond Enterprise. I forgot Enterprise and Voyager were things.
okay, I just wanted to establish whether you
Yeah,
meant
yeah.
like can like chronology or whether you mean when it was made.
No, when it was made,
Okay.
anything after Enterprise, anything after like 2005 or whenever that finished was
Well, I
cancelled.
mean, the whole point of like the new Star Trek films is and the new Star Trek series is that they're not taking place in the same
Yeah, it's a different universe, isn't
timeline
it?
anyway, so it's all perfectly
Well,
reasonable.
you know, I think people get too het up over canon, really, a lot of the time. Um, if you don't like something, just fuck it, have an alternate reality. It's fine. You know, just enjoy the stuff you enjoy. Um, I'd love there to be a modern Star Trek series that sort of operates much in the same vein as TNG. Or I've heard Strange New Worlds has some stuff going for it, but that's set before TOS. Um,
Question:
yeah,
based on what you're saying, what do I need to watch because of my mutual interest in light Star Trek and gay BDSM porn?
okay, what?
BDSM porn.
All right. Any episode
Uh,
with Garrick and Bashir. Be
I
my
mean,
answer
yeah,
to
fair point. Fair point.
that. Be my answer to that.
I don't actually have that strong an interest in gay BDSM porn. I just figured it would be the most outlandish thing I could think of at that exact moment in time. It's all right. It's not my go-to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's anyone's go-to.
I bet it is.
I doubt it.
Well, well, yeah. I mean, I'd like to see what the Federation looks like after the Dominion War. You know, what are their geopolitics now? Because the Klingons were hit fucking hard by the Dominion War, and you know the Romulans are all right. So really,
Well, then, do you not need to watch Picard?
well, no, because Picard, that's not the focus of Picard.
No, but I mean, it surely they'd be part of the.
It's
It's
mentioned.
post
There's
Dominion
very
War, isn't
little
it?
DS9 stuff in there. I think there's some changeling stuff in there, which doesn't really make sense to me because Odo went, and the implication was that he was gonna show them the good side of humanity when he joined the Great Link.
Don't you
Um,
mean that big puddle?
yeah, the big puddle. That
That is forever what it shall be known as.
yeah.
We've done a very good job of it so far.
Yeah, how long have we been going?
Don't know. Maybe an hour.
An hour 11 minutes.
Wow, that's longer than I thought. We're not getting it done, are we?
No, of course not. We even do.
Still
I haven't
making good.
actually done any mopping in this video yet, so I'm doing a
Have you not?
little bit of mopping, a bit of mopping up. Not much
Can't
mopping, but
believe.
a little
Can't
bit of.
believe you've not done any mopping. All this mopping's been done by me, is it?
Yeah.
I've been mopping, you've been moping.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, I have sort of headcanons about how what the Federation looks like. I think they give a lot of support to Cardassia after what happened in the end of DS9. I think Bajor gets a lot of criticism because they're going to be fucking loving that. Like Cardassia got the shit bombed out of it. They would consider it justice, which might hamper their relations with the Federation.
Oh,
Um,
I don't care. They've got what they wanted.
who have old Bajor?
Adriel.
Well, yeah, I mean they. Yeah, I can't remember whether I know there was discussion because the first chunk of DS9 is really about Bajor finding itself again. In this post-occupation world they're now in, and there's a lot of discussion over whether Bajor will join the Federation, and there's people for it and people against it. And I thought, that's more nuanced than a lot of people would attempt. Because a lot of people would just say, yeah, Bajor is going to join the Federation, but no, it makes sense that there's people saying we don't want to replace one, oppressive government for another. I think. God, DS9 was good.
It was.
It's probably the best Star Trek. Not my favourite Star Trek, but
In
TNG.
terms of
Well,
actual content, it's probably the best.
yeah, I mean TNG is fucking excellent. I don't know if you want good, the best Star Trek content, i.e., the best content that exemplifies what Star Trek's all about, is definitely TNG. But
Bold men going where no one has gone
mhm,
before. Oh no, that's not it. Because people have already been where most of the time they go,
mm,
haven't they?
but DS9 is just fucking stellar.
DS9 is the only one I've seen all the way through.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love DS9 so much.
They were showing it every weeknight on CBS Action. And that bloke that we met was on before every episode to tell you a fact.
All right. Yeah. I might. I was thinking I must watch In the Pale Moonlight again
Oh yeah.
because I watched Q Who, which is my favourite episode of TNG, which is the first appearance of the Borg.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that for like the fourth time. Honestly, I often think that maybe they should have. You don't need the Borg to come back. If they had just been in that one episode, they would have worked just as well. Just this sort of symbolic threat of like,
Careful. Okay, go ahead.
of like, here's all the really fucking dangerous shit that's out there.
Yeah,
This
you
ain't
don't. You
this ain't
don't.
no Klingon. This is a highly advanced species that is merciless, and you are completely out of your league here. You know,
Hmm.
if they had never returned it, they would have worked just as well just in that episode.
Sort of like how the Weaving Angels were great in Doctor Who, right? Up until they made more about them.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think they even ruined the Borg. I think the Borg, because they definitely ruined the Weeping Angels. Like that
Oh, good
that
God, yeah.
that was a case of you know you had them just the perfect amount of like a one shot villain. We don't need any more lore on the Weeping Angels. Stop making them
Whereas I want,
even
I
more
want more lore
dangerous.
about the Absorbaloff.
Yeah, you don't need any more. Oh, by the way, you can't look at a photo of them or you become one or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
the image of an angel becomes an angel.
yeah, but I don't know. The Borg's development was, I suppose, kind of interesting. Like I mean, it makes sense that they're different in every encounter because they adapt as a rule, and they're a hive mind. So if a Borg cube encounters a species a billion miles away, that whatever they take from that is going to trickle down into the consciousness, isn't it?
I would very much like if I had a series of clones for us to be a hive mind.
I suppose. I
It'd make my life easier.
what I'd like is I wish I could split myself in two. Um,
I'm sure you can.
um,
Buy a big enough,
uh, what?
buy a big enough toy.
Hmm. Yes, if I could split myself in half, and then I could send my copy to work for me
Yes, but
because
the
they
trouble
could earn
is,
the
at what
money,
point?
and then they could. rejoin me, and I could just, you know, I wouldn't have two mouths to feed, but there'd be two people.
I could foresee me arguing with myself if that was the case. Hence the hive mind, so we could take it in turns going to work.
You see, in my version, my clone doesn't really have that level of sentience.
And see,
It's just a
you
puppet,
know,
which is would probably upset me. Actually, come to think of it, I don't. I think I'd feel pretty bad about that.
I mean, you got upset because you thought about school this week, so I
Yeah.
don't know how you'd feel.
Well, hang on. You sort of vetoed me discussing anything from school. Do you remember?
When?
You said I mentioned that person we knew at school who's now seriously mentally unwell, and you said, "Oh, I don't really want to. Don't. I'd rather you didn't."
Yeah, that particular thing.
No.
There are people from school I just don't want to bring up.
No.
School itself, well, I want to talk about the class and the teachers and the
Mm.
building. Oh God, the building. Do you remember the building, Ben?
Yeah, I do.
Bring a bucket down with you, please.
Well, I'm already down
Oh,
now.
never mind, never mind.
I'll go and get one then.
Just because we're nearly finished mopping.
All right. Well, I think we're going to call
It's
it
just
soon enough.
it's just this bit down here that we need to mop, and then we've mopped.
Okay. Well, shall we finish mopping? If we both get buckets, we can have one each.
Yeah, I'm all right. I think we need 4, maybe 5 mops. Sorry, 5 buckets. That's empty.
There's just a
And
piece
that's
of
water. That's wet.
meat in it.
Not wet.
I should hope
Of course it's
so.
wet. Just like your lass.
What?
No, it's a Matt Berry quote.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you want to wait? Maybe I could go past first. No. Okay. No.
So I'm just cleaning the stairs because we keep making the stairs mucky.
I'm going to start in this little room over here then.
At the far end.
Yeah.
That seems sensible. I am not going to walk over this mess to dispose of my bucket, so I don't make more mess on the stairs. Fuck's sake. Because that is our downfall at the moment. Yeah, I don't think about school all that often because it was shit.
No, I haven't thought about it in a little while, but I so vividly remember that one September afternoon. I think it may well have been before you got here. I think it was in year 7 when I was playing rugby with someone, and I fucking hated it. But anyway,
Was it test tube boy?
What?
Was it the test tube boy?
Who's test tube boy?
You know, the bloke who sounded like he was Italian, but probably wasn't.
Why do you call him test tube?
He was an IVF baby.
Was it? Were his initials RV?
Yeah, him.
All right.
He told us he was a test tube baby.
Was he? Oh, well, it wasn't.
I mean, it may have been false.
Yeah, that day.
But, you know. I hope you're not tracking footprints up here.
No.
Good lad. We are so close to finishing the mopping, and then we're going to get fired anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely how this is going to go.
Maybe we'll just get demoted again like last time.
Or maybe.
Which would be an improvement for us. I didn't burn any of the shit this time.
You know, honestly, it might be fun to... Fuck.
Hang on, what?
No, I spilt me bucket.
I just
Sorry.
Make sure you finish your thought before you... Like, I like it, but not like that.
Oh, that's funny. No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't do that. No. No, that must have sounded strange to you, mustn't it?
I should think it sounds strange to a viewer as well. We'll have heard the words that you said and not the words that you were going to say.
Oh, that's funny. Uh, um, it, it might be fun to
God,
play through to play
that's really
through.
tickled you, hasn't it?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't even realize I did it.
And
uh,
that viewer is how you cure depression.
you know, it might be fun to play through this seriously on my own,
Mm.
just like in my own time. Um,
Record it.
uh, that is funny.
Like if you do, listen to a podcast or an audiobook or something.
Yeah, it's definitely the sort of thing you want to. I might well listen to one of these videos, viewers, if you're in the mood to play one of these games. I mean, that's what I
But you
like.
know, if you don't want to kill yourself, we understand.
I like to think there's a podcast element to what we do. Um,
I mean, I think at this point it's technically it's a vidcast
yeah.
or vlog.
Oh fuck.
So I'm just going to jump about like House of Pain,
Yeah.
so that all my footprints.
Well, are we literally just finishing mopping up and then
Yeah,
calling it? All right.
I think so. Yeah. So I have made a I think fairly important video related decision.
Oh,
That's right, viewer. This will be the last time that me and Ben record together.
what? Oh, fuck a duck. That's your fault. That is. You left your bloody bucket in my way.
Anyway,
Oh,
what
fuck a
I
duck
think
again.
I think I might not do the Formula One videos.
What do you mean?
I think I'm going to stop doing the Formula One videos.
Oh, that's sad.
Well, no, there is a logic to it.
Yeah.
I what I've done is I've turned something that I enjoy into a job,
Yeah.
and that is always risky.
It is. Yeah. But
And I think that what I've done is I've eliminated quite a lot of the fun for it.
I'll do it.
Um, I found myself getting stressed about the Australian race,
Mm.
which is this weekend. In fact, what day is this going out? Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have happened at the time that this video goes out. I mean, I'm getting stressed about the fact that I'm going to basically be up for what will most likely be about 42 hours in a row
Mm.
in order to get the video content out that I would be intending to get out, and that's just not good, is it? Really? So
No,
I
it's
think
not. No.
I think it's an indicator that maybe I need to not do it.
See.
It's not exciting
Yeah.
at this point. It's just annoying,
That is fair.
stressful.
I see. I don't really have that problem because well, for one, I'm making considerably fewer videos,
Yep.
and they don't take up nearly as much as my time. You know, I don't have to be awake at like fucking 2 in the morning or whenever you are.
It'll be 4th of Australia.
Mm,
That's when it starts, 4 in the morning. So if I want to catch the whole race,
mm,
and I would consider watching it later, but because it's my son's birthday on Sunday as well,
mm,
it's one of those I'm not going to have time throughout the rest of the day to watch it and get the video out.
mm.
I mean, I suppose now I don't have to get up at 4 o'clock, but I've sort of committed myself to doing it,
Would you
and I've
make?
got the day off.
Would you do any other videos like that? Not like that, but
Uh,
you know, that sort of on your own steam.
I mean, I don't know. The caption thing's picked up again lately. Maybe I'll get back
You
into
should
doing
probably,
that
yeah, you
proper.
should probably focus your attentions on that. To be honest,
So,
I mean,
there's that bike owes me 40 quid.
yeah, you should probably pay someone to kneecap him.
It was only it was only 15. No, hang on. No. It was 20 quid yesterday, or 25 quid yesterday. And then it's like, he was asking if I could have more, if he could have more. And I was like, well, I've not had the money for the last lot yet.
Mm,
And he's like, did you not? I'm like, no,
mm.
hasn't come in. Reckons he's paid his mate instead by accident. So he needs to get
No,
the money back and
right.
then he'll pay me more. So that's why I'm very confident I'm probably not going to get any of the money back. Any of the money, right?
No.
But there is every possibility that I might.
Mm. Well,
So
I hope you do.
40 quid would be nice. It's about, well, it's just over half of what I've got in there at the moment. So it would be a very large sum of money in terms of my PayPal account.
That's a thing.
Is that just a
That's
shadow from the?
No, it's a scold mark. You've got to burn it off with a laser.
Don't do too much. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Keep going. Stop. Ah, if only I'd said it
I
a
don't
split
think you
second earlier.
can get rid of it. And that's just part.
It was fading, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but it kept coming back, and I pushed it to the limit. So, well, is that it then?
I think we've done all the mopping, yeah.
Well,
Um,
I'm sure we failed miserably, given there are bullet holes everywhere,
and trash upstairs,
and
and
graffiti, and all the chairs are all over the fucking place.
I tidied up one of the officers. Did you see the one in the corner next to the water bucket machine? I tidied this up. I even set the desks back up.
Hmm.
I think the downstairs office is the one I would want for mine, though. Personally, given a choice.
Hmm. Well,
Right, which one? Which one would you want?
well, I can't abide this much yellow. Really, I think
I mean, downstairs is your best
might
bet, really,
grow
isn't
on
it?
me. Something like this, I wouldn't like it too much because I feel sort of exposed with everybody out there. I'd much rather be out here in one of the goons than in there. But
Like
yeah,
gooning in here.
maybe down the stairs. You
Well,
can
I'd want to be downstairs, so you know, if you wanted to
you can do your
see me, you'd have
finance,
to.
you can do your accounting stuff, and I'll do my admin work.
I don't really do an awful lot of accounting stuff these days. It's mostly just
Mm.
spreadsheets and making numbers look right and checking everyone else's shit.
I had a job right that was taken from me and given to another colleague because my workload is so big, and the other colleagues got less to do. And yesterday, or today even, I got. It turns out I'm still going to be doing like part of it because I'm the only one out of the two of us. You need to do this. There's this system, computer system, and I use it, and they don't.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still involved in it, which is a little annoying. But hey ho, it's fairly straightforward.
I more work has been taken away from me than has been given me to me lately.
Hmm.
So read into that how you will.
Oh, would you like
Shall we say goodbye to the viewer?
read that?
Oh, this one. Never, not even once, have I witnessed a performance as laughably and horrifyingly incompetent as I did on Friday. The
Hmm.
failure of the cleaning crew employed to work on the station during the week is beyond extreme. Should management decide to continue employing these individuals, I myself will have to resign. As it is, I question how they were ever employed in the first place. I intend to inquire moreover at human resources. Even if the people there are not from my department, something must be done. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see where that was based from?
What do you mean?
Well, in the top left, it tells us where who sent this. Oh no, it's not quite. Sorry, it's from the L. Ron quadrant in
Yes.
hub area.
Yes.
So it's obviously that L. Ron Hubbard. L. Yeah, I can't even say his fucking name. You know what I mean?
L. Ron Hubbard.
That's the one.
Well, yes.
That's trash shit.
On that note, goodbye, everybody.
Bye everyone. I feel like a rock star. Smash.
I hope well, why don't you make like a rock star and overdose at a tragically young age?
Okay.
Bye. Oh God, he did it.